Have you ever been in a reading slump? Hey guys, it's me, Bloom, and welcome back to my channel. My apologies for not doing anything this week. I have been in a reading slump in the worst way. A reading slump, for those of you who have never experienced one, and I know we all have, but still, just in case. A reading slump is when you just don't feel like reading. I've had times when I've had a book hangover, when I've had a really good read and I just can't bring myself to read after that one. Or I've had a really bad read and I've been really bummed. Or I've had a week like this one where, like, it's the anniversary of my mom's death. It's, you know, their anniversary tomorrow. It's been a lot of different things going on this week, and I just haven't felt like reading. So I'm going to give you, hopefully, 5 different ways to break your reading slump. So, number 1, the easiest way, is to just read books that you know you like. I often will read several different books. I'm a mood reader, so when there's a book that I like or there's a book that I don't like, I can kind of take a break from it and read something else. This week has been a little bit different because of the readathon I'm on. I have the pick a book from a jar, and I have to finish that one before I move on to the next one. Luckily, I've picked 2 really good reads. Since The Mistress of Evil, I've also finished, oh, sorry, some weird sound over here. I just finished Sadie, an Amish retelling of Snow White, which was unexpectedly really, really good. So looking forward to more in that series. And then today, my daughter picked this. This is 860 something pages. It is crazy long, and I've started reading it before and I had to return it to the library before vacation, which is why it wasn't finished, but I'm planning on reading it again. And look at me, before tomorrow's the end of the the end of my readathon tomorrow, I have to finish 800 pages. But normally I'm a mood reader, but I love cozy mysteries, and I know those are books that I enjoy, and I know that when I read them, it kind of gets me motivated to read more. So I know that if I'm ever in a reading slump, I can go to reading a cozy mystery, and that'll usually break me up. The second one is read an old favorite. I'm talking Harry Potter if you enjoy them. I'm talking about classics you've read when you were growing up, things that you know that you love and you treasure. Read those ones. I know that there are some people who are, you know, if they're in a reading slump, usually pick up a Harry Potter or a Hunger Games, and it usually kind of kickstarts something and reminds them of their favorite books. That being said, third one is simply read in a new place. I can do better than this. Find a new location. Sometimes finding a new location is just the thing you need to get you out of your reading rut. And now I'm cold and want to go home. Glad that's over. It's much warmer here. But as you can see, like, just even switching from your favorite chair or going to another place can actually break you out of your slump. I carried The Mistress of Evil around with me all week, and it wasn't until Thursday when I went and sat in my kids' library at their school and just knocked out a couple hundred pages that I actually felt like I was finally breaking out of my slump. It feels really good to just go somewhere new and read somewhere different. Changes your perspective and just gives you a new point of view. Number 4, just read. Sometimes you have to force yourself to do it. And I know it sucks, and your mental health is so much more important than reading. But sometimes if you're in a slump, just sitting back and reading will actually encourage you to read more. Maybe you weren't into that plot. Maybe you weren't into those characters. Maybe something changed as you continued reading. And the only way to do that is to force yourself to read. So number 4, just read. Number 5, just don't. Like I said, your mental health is so much more important than just picking up a book. And sometimes you need a little bit of a break from the written word. Audiobooks are a great break from that. Or if you need a break from books altogether, there's Netflix, there's games on your phone, and there's YouTube. Like, I know for me, watching epic rap battles are a great way for me to get me out of my slump. Not sponsored. Just watching something cheesy and silly can sometimes just break you out of your slump and make you crave the written word. So, for your own mental health, take a break from reading. It's okay to not read, even if you love it. That being said, those are my 5 tips. One extra bonus. If you decide you can handle it, go to your Goodreads account. Do not look at your percentage of books that you have read or that you haven't read, because that can be really heartbreaking. But sometimes reading your old reviews will remind you how much you really, really loved reading, how much you loved those series, and it might encourage you to pick up a sequel. Just an idea. So that's it for me. Hopefully I'll have more books next week now that I'm out of my slump. And I have the Magical Readathon and now the Book-a-mon Readathon to plan for. So that's it for me. Take care. Support your local library. Knowledge is power. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.